Hey guys, welcome to the daily news analysis of 10th and 11th of January, guys. Guys, yesterday day before yesterday, I couldn't post the video actually, and day before yesterday, the thing was that I did few of the mistakes actually, right? So those mistakes were in Midaram's Jatra. In Midaram's Jatra, I have said that this is happening biannually, means in 1 year it happens 2 times, I said. But the actual meaning of biannually, it means in 2 years it happens 1 time. So if you have, if you are making notes from these videos, then please you can do write it, right? See, actually I have searched also in Google. In Google also it said that biannual means twice a year. But I checked the Midaram's Jatra Wikipedia. So I saw there that it happens once in 2 years. So this biannually is actually wrong what I have said you. So guys, that was the correction, and yeah, there is no correction. So let's jump on to the news. The first news is about Manchuria denied habitat in Similipal. See, Manchuria are basically the particularly vulnerable tribal group which are found in Odisha, right? So they have basically been denied a habitat right from Similipal Tiger Reserve. So let's first see that what are these particular vulnerable tribal group. Basically, the government of India has classified and created these particularly vulnerable tribal groups with the purpose of enabling improvement in the condition of certain communities of people who are living in low development indices. And in India, this concept has come in the fourth 5-year plan, as a subcategory was created during the fourth 5-year plan with scheduled tribes to identify the groups that are considered to be very lower level of development, right? And if you want to see that who are the communities in India who falls under this particularly vulnerable tribal group, in the this link you can refer to Wikipedia link, right? There you can get the names and of what are those particularly vulnerable tribal group who are falling under this what are those groups who are falling under this group, right? And regarding the Similipal Tiger Reserve, from where they have been denied the habitat right, if you at all want to see it, then just look onto here, right? This is the place where the Similipal Tiger Reserve is, National Park is. Now, the State Forest Department is telling that we are not allowing the tribals to stay there because there is a probability that tribals might get attacked from wild animals, especially the tigers who inhabit those regions. And tribal right activists are saying that Forest Department is continued to play the role of obstructionist by denying tribal right. All right, and in Forest Right Act, if you see the definition of habitat is also given. So under that definition of habitat, we just need our prospects. Our thing, whatever is being written in that law. Then why you are denying us the right of habitat there, right? So if it is also written that the Forest Right Act include the area comprising the customary habitat and such other habitat in reserve forest and protected forest for primitive tribal group and pre-agricultural communities and other forest dwelling tribes. And the occupation, if you want to see that what are the occupation of this Manchuria tribal group who are particularly vulnerable tribal group, then the occupation they make is they make rope with siali fiber. So these are kind of very important news. If you are writing it in a note copy, then it might pop up in your paper. So who never knows. Next news is about Madhubani not Madhubani Painting, sorry guys. It is about FDI policy. Actually, cabinet has come up with amendment in FDI policy under which they have liberalized few of the key sectors, right? In this FDI policy, 100% FDI is being done under the automatic route for single branded retail trading, as well as 100% FDI is done under the automatic route in construction development. Now you will get confused about what is this single branded retail trading. Guys, have you seen this Nike shops? All right, so those are single branded retail because that in one shop it is just Nike, and Nike is selling their shoes, their t-shirts, their anything. Every garments belong to Nike. So those are called single branded retail trading, and those kind of and the multiple branded retail trading are called Walmarts, because in Walmarts they can keep different other kinds of products, right? So those are multiple brand, but single brand is like Nike. So in Nike they have, the government is allowed for 100% FDI policy, but it is seen as a this might prove to be predatory for the local and low earners in our country, because they might give competition to them, right? Because see, these companies are the companies who are coming from foreign and they have huge sum of money with them, so they can open their business anywhere at a very cheaper price. They might make available the products at a very cheaper price if they at all want to compete, give competition to the Indian market, right? So they might do anything. So I mean, government has, why they did it in spite of fact being knowing about all these facts that they might give competition to the local traders. So let's see what happens next. We'll get to know in articles which will pop up in the Hindu and the Indian Express. So anyways, and in this another sector called Air India sector. So in Air India, foreign airlines can invest up to 49% of invest FDI through approval route. And if you see about recent part, what is the changes that government had brought about in this FDI policy, then those sectors are defense, construction development, insurance, pension, other financial services, asset reconstruction companies, broadcasting, civil aviations, pharmaceuticals, trading, etc. Now let's see about Madhubani painting, guys. First of all, you should know that Madhubani painting is mainly practiced in India and the region of Mithila region of India. And Mithila region of India consists of northern Bihar as well as southern Nepal, right? So this was the news because folk painting of Madhubani will soon be decorating the walls of various government buildings in Bihar. And basically this idea to give the main idea of the government of Bihar is to give visitors and tourists the first-hand experience on how the paintings are blended with region's culture, right? Because this is the culture of Bihar's region, right? So yeah, that's why this was given, and few of the facts I've noted it from Google, from the Wikipedia. So let's see. It is practiced in Mithila region of India and Nepal. We have already discussed. And the painting is done using fingers, twigs, brushes, nib pens, as well as matchsticks. And usage of natural dyes and pigments are also done in this Madhubani painting. It is characterized by eye-catching geometrical patterns. All right, and this is mainly done. This Madhubani painting is mainly performed during the ritual content that is happening in Bihar, and the ritual content might relate to marriage, any festival such as Holi, Kali Puja, etc. Right? So that's why Madhubani painting is practiced, and it might pop up in your paper also because it is a very important art form of Bihar especially. So you just have to remember it. Next is Haryana has become the first state in India to launch high-risk pregnancy portal. Now, the Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare and Niti Aayog have acknowledged the portal as a good practice to be implemented. See, basically, Haryana has become the first state, we have already discussed, and it has launched this high-risk pregnancy portal because recently, in November 2017, they have come up with high-risk pregnancy policy. So this portal is the initiative of that policy only. Now, this innovative web application can track the high-risk pregnant woman till 42 days even after delivery. All right, and in order to ensure that she receives adequate treatment or not, so that the antenatal period, often the case with India used to happen that in antenatal period there used to be death of either mother or the baby, right, due to not proper care. But through this initiative, it is being speculated that the special care will be given to them, right? And also it helps in early identification of high-risk pregnant cases up to the grassroots level, but also ensure their timely referral to the civic hospital. See, in grassroots level, it will also have vigilance about of high-risk pregnancy cases, right? It will have. But timely referral to civic hospitals will also be done through this app, right? And it is being done under high risk pregnancy policy, as we have already discussed, which has been brought up by India during November 2017 for identifying 100% name-based high risk pregnancy cases and ensuring their delivery by specialists at civil hospitals, right? And there is other key term which is called birth companion strategy. Now, what is this birth companion strategy? This policy has also been brought up by the Haryana government, under which in labor room, labor room is a room where the mother gives birth to her child, right? So in labor room, when the mother is giving the birth to her child, then with mother, one female attendant will be allowed to enter the room, right? Earlier it was not happened, so there were allegations against the governmental hospitals and government also that the actual care is not being given by the nurses to the children or the mother, right? So in that cases also, there used to be happen many deaths. So to do away with all those allegations, government have come up with this birth companion strategy, and this is being implemented in Haryana. And you can write in your mains answer also that if this kind of strategies must be implemented in throughout the India, right? So yeah, this is kind of a very important news. Next news is about the committee which is called Committee for Purpose of Control and Supervision of Experiments on Animals. Actually, the one-day national conference on welfare of labor animals was recently organized, and the theme of it was implementation of 3R, that is replacement, reduction and refinement, using for the animals who are being used in academic research and regulatory testing, right? And basically emphasis of this conference will be to ensure that whenever the animals are being used for academics or regulatory testing, then it must be done at a very ethical manner, right? Now let's see about this committee. It is basically a statutory committee which is under the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Act 1960, and the function of this committee is to make registration of establishment who is conducting animal experimentation or breeding of animals for this purpose, and the permission for conducting experiments involve using of animals, right? So this was about it. Next news is about microbeads ban. Actually guys, this is a news of United Kingdoms, but we are reading it because it is directly relating to the environmental aspect of yours. So yeah, let's read. So basically the UK has banned manufacturing of products which is containing microbeads. Now the microbeads, can you see it? Have you used any kind of face wash which is giving very shine? So those shining particles are microbeads, right? So those microbeads, actually they're very much used in cosmetic and personal care products, right? So basically UK has banned this usage in personal cosmetic and personal care product, leaving few of the products like sunscreen and makeup, because the cosmetic industries of UK is having many resistance to this step of government. But government have said that okay, for sunscreen and makeup you can now use, but for the products like face wash, so you cannot use it, right? Now why this is the news? Basically the microbeads which are used as a teeny piece of plastics, and they are being found in different kind of beauty products and exfoliating scrubs and toothpaste and many more. So what they do is, like, if you wash your face, say for example, then that that water goes through drainage to nearby river, right? And those microbeads are also falling there to that river, and from that river you can very well predict that those microbeads can be taken up and can be eaten by the fishes, right? And fishes are again being eaten by human. So indirectly it is microbeads are entering the food chain, and through this food chain you are also indirectly getting impacted, right? So these all things are taken in care of, and that's why this ban has been done on microbeads in UK recently, and few of the other countries who have also done ban in this microbeads are United States and Canada, right? Next news is about India ASEAN is going to focus on maritime security. Actually, the India ASEAN commemorative summit is going to happen on 25th July, on which main focus will be the maritime security of the region, in order to ensure that the dominance of China get reduced. And how to ensure the dominance of China get reduced? To patch up with our like-minded countries, and ASEAN as of now is our like-minded countries, because ASEAN is not in support of China, of China's aggressiveness in South China Sea, right? So of course they will be with us, right? So anyways, so let's see what will the agreements that will be going on between India and Asia. So both the countries will sign an agreement to ensure that freedom of navigation, piracy free region, as well as keeping the sea trading lanes clear, all right, between these our region, right? And also the talks of around blue economy will also be happen, in which there will be talks that how to extract in how to benefit ourselves mutually by coordinating through this blue economy concept. Blue economy is a concept through which you can extract money from the ocean, right? Direct, not extraction, but indirectly. Say for example, if they are signing with India, that we will also coordinate India in search of polymetallic nodules, right? So that is kind of blue economy only, because from the ocean beds only we are getting this, extracting this polymetallic modules, right? So this is the kind of agreements that will be going on between Asia and Asian countries. Now guys, if you at all want to follow me, and what you can do is you can hit the follow button in Facebook, as well as if you have any sort of grievances, you can message me there. I'll try to reply to you. If I'll not reply, then I'll surely reply it over here. And one more thing guys, I have opened a Telegram channel, right? In Telegram channel, what I'll do is like I'll be putting all the PDFs of whatever the courses I'm making, right? So what you can do through this Telegram channel is, if you are following me in that Telegram channel, so every PDFs I've already uploaded. If you have not have access to it, just go and subscribe to the channel whose name is Shubhodip Study Materials. That is SUBHODEEPSCTUDYMATERIALS, right? In this Telegram link, you will be getting the access of my Telegram link, right? And so this was about the today's news. Okay, a few more news are also there. Actually 2 days news I'm covering, so it's huge. So anyways, the news is about merger and acquisition. Actually the cases is going the news is about ONGC is going to get merger with HPCL, and ONGC is going to purchase 51% share of HPCL, right? So let's see about this news guys. Let's see about merger and acquisition, right? We don't need to go deep about why ONGC and why HPCLs are getting merged. So that's not of our concern, but our concern is what is the difference between the merger and acquisition. I'm just giving the example. I want to explain the difference between these two by taking an example of X and Y company, right? X and Y company, if they are of same status, then they can do merger, right? And they can do merger by mutual decision and form a new company by either name of XY or any name, whatever they feel like, right? And this contain mode of legal procedure, because the merger is happening like two companies are getting merged to one, so of course legal things will be very much. But acquisition is not the case. In acquisition case, either X or Y will be huge, bigger than the counterpart company. Alright, either X will be huge bigger than Y, or Y will be huge bigger than X. Now what X will do is X will get the majority stakes of Y, alright, and that if they are getting majority stakes of Y, then Y automatically gets the subsidiary of this X company, alright. So in acquisition, unlike merger, in acquisition we don't, the companies don't have to get through many legal procedure, because it is very convenient, right? So this was about this. The gist of major merger and acquisition I need to give you. See, if you at all want to read, you can read all these 5 points, right? But it's of no use. It's of no utilization for us. But the thing which is major use for us is, what is this merger? What is this acquisition, right? If you know about it, then we can live forward. Anyways, next news about memorandum of agreement that has been signed between India and Canada on the region of in the field of science and technology, right? And through this merger between India and Canada, that is situated in Asian and North American region, so both will the MOU will provide a mechanism for both of the country to help, and it will also help to foster the scientific cooperation between the research and development and academic institutes of India and Canada, as well as identified areas of mutual cooperation are also been signed between India and Canada, and that region is about scientific water management, right? Because India is facing the huge issue of water management, right? So if we'll coordinate with the scientists for the science faculties of Canada, then we'll get to have its remedy, right? So that's why this MOU has been signed. So guys, this was all about the today's news. We'll meet in next class. Till then, bye bye, take care, and don't forget to subscribe on that Telegram channel, what the link I've already given you, right? So just go for it, and yeah, we'll meet in next class guys. Till then, bye bye, take care, and do whatever you want to do, man. Just don't travel, you matter. Bye bye.